Hello everyone, welcome to part 4 of this series on Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. In the last parts, we learned about his childhood in Rameswaram, the guidance of his parents, and his school days. In this part, we will know about his college life and higher education. This was the time when Kalam started his journey from a simple boy in Rameswaram to a young man with big dreams. Dr. Kalam completed his early schooling in Rameswaram and then moved to Swataj Higher Secondary School in Ramnathpuram. After finishing his school education, he knew that he had to study further if he wanted to achieve something big. His dream was clear. He wanted to work with flying machines, aeroplanes, and science. But at that time, higher education was not easy. Coming from a middle class family, money was always a problem. Yet, Kalam never allowed financial issues to stop him. He believed that if one works hard with full honesty, the path opens on its own. With this mindset, he prepared himself for the next stage of his education. Kalam joined St. Joseph's College in Tiruchirappalli, which was under the University of Madras. This was the first time he went away from his small town of Rameswaram and entered a new world. The college life was completely different from what he had seen earlier. At St. Joseph's College, he studied physics as his main subject. He chose physics because he had a deep love for science and curiosity to know how the universe worked. The college gave him a chance to read more books, do experiments, and improve his understanding of scientific principles. During his time at St. Joseph's, Kalam learned the importance of discipline in higher studies. Life in college was not just about classrooms, it was also about building character. He lived in a hostel away from his family, which made him more independent. He learned to take care of himself, manage his time, and focus on his goals. He also made friends, shared knowledge with them, and developed a cooperative spirit. These small lessons later helped him when he had to work in big scientific projects. Though he loved physics, by the end of his graduation, he began to feel that physics alone might not take him closer to his dream of working with flying machines. He wanted to do something more practical, something that directly connected him with airplanes. He realized that engineering was the right choice for his higher studies. So, after completing his degree in physics from St. Joseph's College, he decided to move further and study aeronautical engineering. Getting admission into engineering was not easy. He applied to the Madras Institute of Technology, which was one of the best engineering colleges of that time. For a boy from Rameswaram, entering MIT was a huge achievement. At Madras Institute of Technology, Kalam chose aeronautical engineering as his branch. This decision was very important because it gave direction to his career. Here he could finally learn about aircraft engines, design, and aerodynamics. MIT was a turning point in Kalam's life. The environment of the college was highly competitive. Students were very talented and professors were very strict, but Kalam was never afraid of challenges. He worked harder than ever before. Many times he had to struggle with tough subjects, but he never gave up. He believed that every problem had a solution and every difficulty was a chance to learn something new. This positive approach made him stand out. There is a famous story about Kalam's days at MIT. Once, his professor gave him a difficult project of designing a low-level aircraft. Kalam worked very hard but was unable to complete it in the given time. The professor became angry and said that if he did not finish it within 3 days, his scholarship would be cancelled. This warning shocked Kalam. He stayed in the laboratory day and night and finally completed the project successfully. This incident taught him the importance of time management, responsibility, and dedication. It was also a moment when he proved to himself that he could achieve big results under pressure. At MIT, Kalam's love for aeronautics grew deeper. He would spend hours reading about aeroplanes, engines, and rocket science. He used to imagine himself flying a plane or designing one. Many times he shared with his friends that he wanted to become a pilot. He even applied for the Air Force pilot selection later, but only 8 candidates were chosen and he stood ninth. Though he could not become a pilot, he never let this failure stop him. Instead, he decided to contribute to the field of aviation by becoming a scientist and working on the aircraft and rockets. Kalam's college days were full of struggle, but they were also full of learning. He learned that success never comes easily. One has to face failures, but failures are not the end. They are only steps that teach us lessons and push us forward. He learned that hard work, discipline, and focus are the real weapons of a student. These lessons stayed with him throughout his life. After completing aeronautical engineering at MIT, Kalam was ready to step into the professional world. He had gained knowledge, skills, and a strong belief in himself. The boy from Rameswaram who once sold newspapers to support his family had now become an engineer. This transformation was possible only because of his dedication, his parents' values, and his never ending curiosity to learn. His college life built the foundation of his future achievements. Kalam himself later said that his days at St. Joseph's College and MIT were the most important phases of his life. They shaped his thinking, gave him technical knowledge, and taught him how to handle challenges. Without these experiences, he could not have become the missile man of India. His college life was the bridge that connected his simple childhood to his great achievements in science. So friends, this was about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam's college life and higher education. In the next part, we will know about the beginning of his career and how he entered the world of science and technology.